Interpretation of questions. There is need for you to know the keywords, that is demands of the question. So in order for you to know the demands of the question, there are philosophical questions that you should ask yourself in order to anchor and reinforce the interpretation of questions. So you should ask yourself, what is the question or statement alleging? Then the second stage is, do you agree with the statement, that is allegation? As you do that, focus on key issues. Then the next thing is aspect is that you must have what we call historical evidence. Do you have historical evidence to support the statement? For example, you need to give examples, illustrations, content, and it is very, very important for you as a student to avoid sweeping statements. Then the next thing that you need to do is to ask yourself a question: what do other scholars say concerning the particular statement that you are trying to answer? What do you say and how do you say? So you should also add your own voice. Then the next thing that you also need to do is, what other factors are supposed to be included on your answer? Now, the idea of you now saying what are the other factors, you are trying to balance your argument or line of thinking. Then the next thing is that all questions, especially at A level, or questions that demand analysis, they are judgmental in nature. And then once you do that, we also expect you to use terms of analysis. For example, therefore, as a result of, thus, the implication is, in actual fact, in the final analysis, however, despite this, in spite of, on the other hand, it can be argued that, beside that. When you use terms of analysis, you are actually refraining or you are avoiding narrations. And at A level, especially at A level, or when you are writing questions that demand analysis, we don't expect you to narrate or to just describe or tell us stories. Then there are skills of analysis. When you are going for skills of analysis, various historical perspectives should be used where applicable. For example, Afrocentric perspective versus Eurocentric perspective, Marxist view. Identify the perspective of the question asked. This is also very, very important as a skill of analysis. We use different schools of thought as explanatory tools on particular perspective in order for us to have an informed judgment or conclusion. Arguments must be supported by specific examples. The moment you use examples, it means that you really know your content, you really know what you are writing or what you are speaking. Narrations are not accepted, and it is an academic offense, especially for people specializing in humanities, in particular history at this level, to narrate. Controversy should be seen in your answer. In other words, when you're analyzing debates, the answers are much more appreciated. Answers are yes but no, especially in history. You agree and disagree and have an informed conclusion. Answers in history. Questions of exaggeration in history emanate from Eurocentric perspectives. For example, African history, the focus is to correct those wrong versions put forward by European scholars or advanced by European scholars. So your main duty there is to reconstruct. Now, the most important thing is that you need to stick to facts, that is concrete evidence, and then you put your own second record, that is your own opinion, in order for you to have a historical line of argument or a line of thinking. Thank you very much. My name is Calvin Trevor Makomeke. I'm a history pundit.